What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a musician and you're watching this and you've heard of all the major distributors such as TuneCore, CD Baby, DistroKid, and all the others out there, and their main goal is to get your music into the ears of the fans all around the world, right? Sounds perfect, right? Sounds perfect. But I'm here to tell you that's not the case. First off, let's clarify what these music distributors actually do. They serve as the middleman between you getting your track from A to B. A being your studio, your computer, your hard drive. B being major streaming platforms such as Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Now, the agreement is usually you pay an annual fee, you pay royalties, or sometimes you pay both. Now, on paper, this may sound like a great deal, but in reality, all of these distributors have major issues that make our lives a little complicated and frustrating at times. But we gonna talk about it. So let's break down some of the most common problems artists face. Number one being payout delays, right? Sometimes it's time to get paid. You don't know where your money is. No one has reached out to you. You try to reach out to people, you get no response. And you just stuck like, what do I do? So getting paid becomes very frustrating sometimes. Or sometimes your money can literally just go missing. And everyone acts like nothing ever happened. Customer service is non-existent. It gets tough out here. That's just one thing though. Then we have metadata and release issues. You make sure you upload everything right. You make sure your artist name is correct. You make sure the title of your song is correct. You make sure your cover art looks good. And then you do it in proper time. They say, you should upload this a month in ahead, 2 months ahead, 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time to make sure it comes out on time. You do everything by the book. And then when it's time for your song to come out, they still found a way to mess it up, even though you did everything like they asked. I don't be understanding that. I just went through this recently where I dropped a song, made sure I had everything submitted ahead of time, and my song was like everywhere except for Apple Music. And a lot of my supporters, fans, wherever you want to call them, they use Apple Music. This song was not on Apple Music for a month. And the distributor I was using, I don't care to say the name right now, they were like, well, give it some time, but if it's not up there within a month, then reach out to us. It's like, so I gotta wait a month before you're gonna care? That's a month of progress gone. That's a month of streams I won't have that I can never get back. That's a month of, you don't know what kind of money I was putting into this release. You could mess up a whole rollout. You could mess up a whole marketing plan, campaign. You can literally be sabotaging a budget because you're not doing your job. And then, like I said in part one, you reach out and you get no response. No one says anything. They act like you never reached out, or they respond weeks later, months later, or they never respond. Customer service is a real issue in this space. I want y'all to know that. Number 3, I've touched on this in 1 and 2 because it's that big of an issue. Customer service response times. Like I said, you can literally reach out, not hear anything back for weeks at a time, months at a time. Or you might talk to somebody and then they might give you the runaround. Like, oh, just do this or try to do this, or I don't know, it's out of our hands. Oh, I get this one a lot. Oh, we can't do anything about it. It's up to Apple. They blame it on the streaming platform. Like, oh, that's Apple. That's Spotify. We can't do anything about that. It's like, you're the one that submit the data. You need to submit a request in order to change whatever needs to be changed. But now these distributors, some of them are getting to the point where they're like, oh, once it's submitted, we cannot make any changes. You're lying. If Kendrick Lamar called the label with like, hey, it's an issue, we need it fixed, it's gonna get fixed. If Drake calls it's getting fixed. If J. Cole calls, it's getting fixed. But when it comes to independent artists, it's like, oh, you're gonna have to delete the whole thing and re-upload it. It's like, we shouldn't have to do that. Especially if the issue wasn't made by, like, if the mistake wasn't made by me, I shouldn't have to go above and beyond to fix the error that happened on your end. I'm just saying. So customer service needs serious work in our space. Just being honest. Hopefully it starts to improve. But to be honest, most of these companies are understaffed and they don't have proper staff in order to really control the amount of volume coming in and out daily. So that's the problem. And at the same time, they don't really want to hire more people, because then when you hire more people, your profit goes from here to here. If you only have this many people on your, you only pay this many people, your profit is like this. But the more people you pay, it starts to, you feel me? So, but I feel like the distributor with the best customer service, they have potential to make probably way more money than everybody else, because customer service with all these distributors as of now is terrible. Number 4, then you have random account holds, right? They freeze your account. You can't upload music. You can't access your earnings. And then you reach out to ask why, and no one knows why. Or they give you a reason, and then you're like, that can't be right. Can someone like further explain it? Like, nah, this is what it is. It's like, I'm a paying customer, and you can't give me a good explanation to why my account is being held, why I can't release music, why I can't access the money I'm earning from my music. And I'm just trying to further understand what's going on, and you're telling me, ain't really much we can do for you. Ain't nothing we can tell you. That's tough, bro. Y'all gotta do better with that. Y'all burning bridges, man. Burning bridges fast. You never know who's gonna be who, bro. Now, granted, there's tons of artists out here, but I feel like everybody should be treated well. I personally feel like everybody should be treated well, man. Honestly. These random account holds and can't access your earnings, and this has to get better. We can't keep living like this in this music space. And like, as independent artists, bro, we get the shit end of the stick. I'm pretty sure y'all know that by now. They don't care about us, because in their eyes, we don't really make them a lot of money, even though we make them shit tons of money. Let's be honest. If we paying these monthly, not monthly, if we paying these yearly fees, or these, every time we drop a project, we gotta pay for certain features and perks, and like, bro, they make so much money off of us every day, bro. New songs drop every day, and everybody is using the distributor, bro. Like, no matter who you pick, you're using somebody, bro. So they're making money off of us every single day, and they act like we don't help or contribute to the system at all. It's insane. I think they begin to forget that without the music, they don't even have a company. So now you're probably watching this asking yourself, so who do I go to distribute my music when it's time to put it out? I'm gonna tell you, the answer is different for everybody. You have to do research, find out which company you feel works best for you. You might like DistroKid because you only have to pay once a year. You might like CD Baby because you pay one time and never have to pay again. You have to figure out what works for you, what's best for you, what works with your budget, which company you feel like pleases you the most. You know what I mean? Like, so the answer is different for everyone. And as far as customer service, I'm gonna tell you how to deal with that. All right, so when it comes to customer service, you want to document everything, man. Keep documentation of everything. Every time you reach out, every time they respond, every time you submit a song, the date you submitted it, order numbers. You're a business at this point, bro. You gotta start moving like it, bro. So keep documents of everything you're doing, all your releases and everything, all right? And when you reach out, I know you may be frustrated, and I know this might sound like I don't want to do that, but just be polite, be kind. You know, bro, kindness gets you far, bro. People are more likely to deal with somebody who's polite and kind than somebody who's mad and screaming and cursing at them. You feel me? Like, let's be honest. Do you want to deal with somebody that's cursing at you or yelling or whatever? Which you won't ever probably get a chance to yell at anybody from these companies, because I don't think I've ever seen a phone number. It's definitely through email. So unless you just type in all caps, I mean, that's probably, the text version of screaming. Unless you text in all caps, that's the only way you're gonna get to scream at anybody. Trust me, nobody's picking up the phone. Another thing though, leverage your social media. All right, so a lot of times these companies, they might not respond to you in email, but if you message them on Twitter or Instagram, or you make a post, they're more than likely gonna reach out to you, because at this point, to be honest, none of them want their image damaged in the public eye. They don't want, nobody wants a bad rep for their company. So if you kind of reach out on Twitter like, yo, DistroKid, like, I'm having they probably gonna hit you like, oh, let's try to get this resolved. Like, yeah, definitely use social media. Social media gets you long ways. To y'all be like, bro, I don't really use social media, I'm not really on social media. Bro, get with the times, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You gotta get with the times, bro. Get with the times, bro. I'm not heavy on social media like that either. Trust me, bro. I'm not one of them people that post all day, every day. No, I'm literally on social media for posting content. I might see what my family up to, boom, boom, boom. None of that matters in this video, though. So to conclude the video, as you can see, none of these distributors are perfect. And as independent artists, we have a lot to deal with. And it's unfortunate because we spend money with these companies every day. And the customer service does not reflect the amount of money we pour in to these companies daily. But until things change, and hopefully they will, we're going to work with what we have, make the best of it, and hopefully things start to turn around and work in our favor. But until then, man, make sure you keep grinding. And comment down below, man, any issues you had with any distributor, bro. Comment down below. Let me know any issue you ever had. I don't care what company it is. None of that matters. We need to know. And we need to know if it was resolved. How was it resolved? Who did you reach out to? Because this can literally help somebody right now that's watching this. Somebody might be going through exactly what you went through, and you figured it out. They might not be able to figure it out, but your comment can help them figure it out, bro. So make sure you comment right now. Let me know any issues you ever had, how you resolved them, who you contacted, how you contacted them. Was it through the website? Was it through social media? We need to know these things, man. We got to start helping each other, bro. We got to help each other get along, get better, do better. And as a unit, we can force these companies to treat us better. Until next time, I'm gone.